Danse, wapastim tsikason. But hello, my name's Whitehorse, and today I'm going to share one of our Nihil, our Cree legends with you. And this legend is all about this little plant, Usawa Pichunis, Dandelion. And this story, when it was passed down to me and told to me, I was told that it came to us Nihiawak, us Cree peoples, from the Ojibwe peoples, and it was shared with us and given to us long ago. So I have to mention that this story did originate with the Ojibwe peoples, who of course are our brothers. So with this story, we are told that Kayas long ago, that Mosum Kiwitin, grandfather North Wind, was traveling around and seeing the world around him, as he always did towards the later part of the year, and he'd bring the cold weather with him, putting the plants to sleep, and he was doing this one year and just blowing from place to place, looking at things. But on this particular day, he came across something that he'd never seen before. In this one little clearing, he came across the most beautiful golden-haired maiden, the most beautiful maiden that he'd ever seen. She had the most beautiful yellow golden hair and a green dress on. And he instantly fell in love with her. Now, Mosom Kiwitin, he watched her for a while, just looking at her beauty, because he couldn't believe how beautiful she was, and he was admiring her. And he noticed that she hadn't been in this clearing for too long, when all of a sudden the bees, the amuak, the bees started flying in, and they were landing on her, and he could see some sweet pollen dripping from her hair, her golden hair. And the bees were drawn to this, and they were collecting it from this beautiful maiden, and collecting this pollen that was dripping, glistening off of her hair. All of the bees, the bumblebees, the honeybees, and all of the other bees, they were collecting all of this pollen from her. So Mosom Kiwitin started to feel a little weird, thinking, well, this is strange, it's not right that I sit here and watch her. Maybe I'll go away for a while and I'll come back, and when maybe the bees will be gone, Amuak will fly away. So he started going other places, traveled for a while again, blowing from place to place. And a while later he came back and looked, and still these amuak, these bees, they were still collecting pollen from her hair and flying about her, and they wouldn't leave her alone. And Mosom Kiwitin started thinking, well, geez, when am I going to get a chance to talk to this beautiful maiden? I'm so in love with her. I need to talk to her. And again, he decided, I can't sit here watching. That's just too strange, too weird. That's not right. So again, he went traveling from place to place, blowing through the valleys and the trees and the meadows. Finally, after a long while, he came back. And this time, he could see that the amuak, or the bees, were gone. But something else had happened. Because where once this beautiful maiden had beautiful golden hair, and she looked young and the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen, now she was withered and old, because he'd been gone so long, and her hair was just pure white where once the golden hair was, and now her hair was just pure white. Mosom Kiwitin was bothered by this. He thought, why did I stay away so long? And those bees, they must have taken all the life from her, taking all of that sweet pollen from her hair. She gave her life so these bees could live on. but now she's old and near death. So he immediately thought, I better talk to her. It doesn't matter if she's old or has her beautiful golden hairs gone. I'm going to talk to her. And he blew in quickly towards her. And to his horror, when he blew in towards her, all of her beautiful white hair went blowing in the wind, and it spread out all over. Now Musum Gawitan was saddened by this, but he held this beautiful maiden, Usawa Pichkunis, and he grabbed her in his arms and he held her as she took her last breath and left this world for this land of spirits. Musum Gawitan was so saddened by this that he continued holding her, imagining how he saw her and seeing her as he first did, as this beautiful young maiden with beautiful golden hair. But in his hand he held this withered old woman now with no hair, because all her white hair had blown into the wind when he came to see her. And as he was holding her and crying, he looked up and he noticed something amazing had happened. That when he blew in and spread her white hair all around the ground, he noticed that where each strand of hair had landed, there was now a little plant growing out, a little Usawapichkonis. And it grew to look just like their mother did, with the beautiful golden hair and the little green dress around them at the bottom. This brought even more tears to Musum Gawitan's eyes as he watched them springing up all around him where the hair had touched the ground. And it brought a smile to his face, and he understood that where each strand of her white hair had fallen, it had sprung one of her children in her image. And he was amazed to look at them, and he was proud that she hadn't really died, because of all of her children. There was hundreds and hundreds of children, all of her children all around him now, and he could admire their beauty. So thinking about this, Musum Gawitan was still in love with Usawa Pichkunis, and he thought, I'm going to make her a promise. And he pleaded to the spirit of Usawa Pichkunis, and he said, a beautiful maiden, I'll never forget your beauty, and I promise to keep your line and your children going here on earth, on this land, this physical world, for all time. And I'll every year in the fall, when they start to age and they get white hair, I'll come in and I'll blow their hair to the wind so that they will have children too. And this will keep going on until the end of time, and it'll keep your spirit alive through your children. So Musum Gawitan made the promise to Usawa Pichkunis. And as Nihiawak, we are told that even to this day, Musum Gawitan still keeps his promise. For every year in the fall, when Usawa Pichkunis' hair turns pure, full white, he'll come in and he'll blow the hair off and spread it throughout the land, so that again, next year where each one of those little hair landed, Usawa Pichkunis will rise again from the ground and continue going until the end of time. So that's the story of Usawa Pichkunis as it's told to us. And we every time we look at the dandelions now, we're reminded of that story, and how Grandfather North Wind is still keeping his promise to his love, the beautiful golden-haired maiden that he fell in love with all those years ago. Osawa Pechkunis, and how he still keeps his promise to this day. So that's the story of the dandelion and north wind. Uksamaga.